Welcome to Brilliantly British. My name is Lawrence and today I'm going to show you, yes you, how to make a lemon meringue pie. Lemon meringue pie is one of the most famous desserts in the world that has recently entered the British culinary scene by appearing on the menus of London's finest restaurants, consisting of a cloud-like meringue top, a pie crust, and a lemon-flavoured custard. So, it's no wonder that the dessert took the UK by storm and has become a recent addition to the long list of loved British dishes. Today, you'll learn how to make this deliciously refreshing pie simply and quickly. So, as you sit back in that chair of yours, relax with a cup of tea in hand and enjoy this episode. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. To make today's brilliantly British lemon meringue pie, you will need the following ingredients in front of me here. You will need some eggs, some homemade, brilliantly British fermented butter. If you don't know how to make your own, you just need to follow the link up there to learn how to make it. You'll need some lemons, some cornflour, some plain white flour. You will need some icing sugar, some granulated sugar, and a little pinch of salt. Finally, I say this all the time, and it is really important, guys, to stay hydrated whilst you bake. Get yourself a nice cup of hot tea. Okay, to start off, to make the pie base in a large bowl, I'll first season my flour with salt before mixing in my sugar. With the dry ingredients mixed, flake the butter through the flour until you have a breadcrumb-like consistency. With that done, in another bowl, separate your egg yolks from your egg whites before adding a yolk to the butter-flour mixture. Oh, and keep the egg whites and the remaining yolks for later. With the yolk incorporated, add 3 to 4 tablespoons of cold water, then gently compress the mixture into a dough. Then onto a floured surface, roll out your pastry so that it's large enough to tuck into your tart pan. Pastry made, lay and tuck your pastry into your pan, and then with a fork prick the base, and then with a rolling pin cut off the excesses before covering with foil and baking beans or raw rice, and then rest the pan in your fridge for at least 30 minutes. 15 minutes in, switch on your oven to begin preheating. I'll use the time to clean up, and then after 30 minutes elapses, I'll first bake the pastry whilst covered, and then I'll uncover it and egg wash the base before baking further. And then your pie crust is done. The great thing is you can actually make this a day ahead. Okay guys, I have allowed the base of this tart to cool completely, and it, to me at least, looks beautiful, especially at the bottom. We've got this nice golden sheen here, which will act as a protective layer between the moisture-rich ingredients and this pie base, making sure that we don't end up with a soggy bottom. Without much further ado, over a medium heat, in a pot, heat up water and sugar. Whilst the sugar cooks, begin to beat your egg whites until they begin to froth up. When ready, the syrup should have a temperature of 120 degrees C or 250 degrees Fahrenheit, or thereabouts. And so, when it is at the correct temperature, pour in the syrup whilst whipping the egg whites at a medium speed. When all the syrup has been drizzled in, continue to whisk the egg whites at the same speed until your bowl is warm to the touch and the egg whites have been whipped to stiff peaks. At this point, your meringue topping is ready, so lay it to one side and prepare for the next step. With the meringue topping made, I'll now show you how to make the tangy pie filling. In a pan, over a medium heat, melt a lump of butter, add salt, then add the cornflour, followed by the gradual addition of your lemon juice, sugar, and lemon zest. Moving on, whilst whisking constantly, add water and whisk until the cornflour cooks, characterized by the thickening of your mixture. Calling upon the remaining yolks that were separated earlier, temper them slowly by pouring the mixture into the yolks whilst stirring constantly. Now, we're almost done, and so lastly, Pour everything back into your pot and heat until the mixture just starts to bubble. The moment that happens, take it off of the heat and you're done. Okay guys, we have arrived at the point where we construct this lemon meringue pie. First, you want to pour in your lemon flavoured filling whilst it is still warm on top. Then you'll dollop on your meringue topping. And the reason we still want the lemon filling to still be warm is because when these two layers come in contact, they will create a seal, and it will mean when we cut into this pie later on, the layers won't separate. Simple. Okay guys, it is now time to serve this lemon meringue pie. But first, just before we do, we're going to kiss the top of it with a blowtorch. If you don't have a blowtorch, stick it under the grill for a few minutes and then it'll be ready to serve. Tasting. As beautiful as this looks, unfortunately or fortunately, I'm going to taste it right now. So, in we go. Well, the meringue is like a cloud. Got a good feeling about the pastry as well. Okay, in we go. Wow. Wow. This is just so refreshingly light. And the pastry at the bottom gives a really nice crust. Honestly, the texture is beautiful. It's just jiggly. Oh, did I say it's light, sweet, and still tangy, you know? You can still taste the lemon. It is, oh, God. If you make this, and I know you will be so impressed with what can be achieved. Honestly, guys, please make this dish. Thank you so much for allowing me to show you how to make a lemon meringue pie. If you like this episode, which I know you did, don't forget to click the like button. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Tell everyone you know about the Brilliantly British food on this channel. Oh, and follow us on all of the social media platforms that this channel is on. And I will see you next time.